and welcome back to my channel. My name is Victoria if you're new here, and today I'm going to be updating you on my writing and what's been going on with my novel and the querying process. So if you've been around a while, you'll know that I'm an aspiring young adult author and that I wrote a book called Rose Evans and the Monster Hunters. I will link the video below where I discuss what that's about. But yeah, so last December, I think it was, I started querying this novel. If you're new to the novel writing process, that essentially means you write a little blurb description of your book, which you send to agents to get them interested, and hopefully they'll then request the manuscript, sign you, and help you work to get your book published in a publishing house. So about 6 months ago, I think it was, I started querying this novel, and so a lot of you have been asking how that's going, when it's going to be published, if you can read it, so I thought that I would just take some time to update you on how that's been going. So when I started this process, I told myself I would query this novel for about a year before I decided to shelve it or got signed, and maybe a maximum of like 100 to 150 agents. The goal is to get an agent, but many authors don't get an agent with their first manuscript. I think I read it was something like most debut authors query 4 manuscripts before they're actually signed with an agency. So I'm not too worried. I have a lot of stories that I'm working on, but obviously I love this one and I'm trying to get an agent for it. So about 6 months in, I've received countless rejections, a few manuscript requests. Manuscript requests. Why is that so hard to say? But so far, no one has offered representation. Because I'm midway through right now, I don't want to go into all my stats, but once I finish this process, which means either I'll be signed or I will shelve this manuscript and start querying a second one, I will tell you all my stats. I'll be transparent and tell you how many agents I queried, how many requests I got, how many rejections, etc. because I want to be as transparent with you guys as possible, but also help you out in your own journeys, just so you can see how other people are doing, what tends to be the trend. I think it's hard to say if there really is a trend. It's so different in every author's journey. So yeah, I'll just be another voice in the masses to hopefully give you an example of what it can be like. So as it stands, I have currently not been signed, as I said. I do have my manuscript out with agents at the moment, so I'm still hoping for one of them to be keen to sign me. But yeah, in the meantime, I'm still querying other agents and agencies, and then obviously working on other projects. A lot of you have been asking what my other projects are, so I think I will make a video about those at some point, but a quick little sneak preview. I am currently working on a Beowulf retelling and a Wizard of Oz retelling, and these are both young adult fantasy, so that's sort of what's occupying my spare time as I query. I obviously also am tweaking my query as I receive more rejections and get a better sense of how I want to pitch this. I rework my query ever so often, but the novel itself is as good as I think I can make it on my own currently, having it been edited by betas and etc. So I'm not really tweaking that too much. I do occasionally take out a scene here and there or restructure some things, but mostly that manuscript is finished. So yeah, that's how it's been going. It's been about 6 months, so I'll give it another 6 months or so. I'm thinking maybe like November, December. I'll seriously think about shelving it if I still haven't been signed. But yeah, it's fun. It's hard. Like, obviously it's not fun receiving a lot of rejections, but I feel like this has been really eye-opening and also helpful to get a better sense of the industry. And even with the rejections, I've received quite a few personalized rejections. So that's been really encouraging, because a lot of the time, you know, agents see so many queries, they either can't respond at all if they're not interested, or they just send a form letter. So it's been really encouraging to see how even agents who are rejecting it are still seeing something in my work and taking the time to say that they like something in the writing. So yeah, it's disappointing, but it's encouraging. It's a very weird space. But I'm really, like, it's a lot less scary, I think, than it seemed. Like, this is the first time I've ever queried anything, and I was kind of terrified. I thought I had to be like perfect right off the get-go, and it was really intimidating, but honestly, having sent quite a few now, I feel pretty chill about it. Like, sometimes it's rejected, sometimes it's requested, and obviously what is preferable, but like at the same time, I don't get too hung up on the rejections, because I feel like, you know, writing is so subjective and this is a long process regardless, and I'm in it for the long haul. Like, I really do want to make this a career, and I have so many ideas and projects, so I don't feel like my soul necessarily is invested in this book, which I think is a good mentality, because it means when it is rejected, I don't feel like I personally am rejected or like somehow I'm never gonna make it. It's just like, okay, this manuscript wasn't for them, it's fine. And at the same time, an agent has to spend so much time with your manuscript. You really don't want somebody to request it just because they feel like it's okay, or to sign you because they have nobody else to sign. Like, I would rather be rejected by someone who feels lukewarm about it than have them take it on, because you're going to be working closely with someone, and agents deserve to be really passionate about the projects the same way that we want to be passionate about our agents and our projects. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. Do let me know if you have any questions below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!